No, can't fake, you know. Gotta mold this clay. Let go, can't fake, you know. Gotta mold this clay. Let go. Wiggle, what I saw. What you see? I saw win, not a draw. That's the lead. If the fam ain't up to, that's a flaw.
On this episode of Molding the Clay podcast, we're sitting down with Tocarra and April, better known as Short and Sweet, and we're diving deep into their love story. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome to Molding the Clay podcast, where we discuss everything relationships, and we are back for another episode, y'all.
What's going on, baby?
Hey,
How you feeling?
I feel good. I'm excited. We got another couple on the show.
We do, and y'all, they drove all the way down from Jacksonville, Florida to be on the Molding the Clay podcast. So we are extremely, extremely excited, and we are honored to have y'all on the podcast.
We don't have too many couples on here.
Oh, yeah. We love to have couples,
We love to have couples.
because we need to show.
We don't have too many couples.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to show what healing and love couples look like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of singles on here. And no shade to the singles, because we love having y'all too, because maybe it could provide some type of connection.
Right.
You know what I mean? With a prior guest. But it feel good to have couples on here.
Yeah, we love a good love story.
So, baby, introduce our two guests.
I am. So, y'all, first we have Tocarra, better known as Sweet. She is a former WNBA player, the point guard of real estate, owner of the Ball is in Your Court Investments, and current president of the National Basketball Retired Players Association, the Miami chapter.
Hey.
Yes, welcome to Tocarra, aka Sweet. And then we have her wife, April, better known as Short. Okay, did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Short and Sweet. She is the CEO of She Is Creations, a full-service point-on-demand company with 9 years of helping businesses and entrepreneurs become walking billboards for their brands. A 2-time best-selling author, she also coaches other creatives on landing high-caliber clients to 10 times their income. Welcome, April.
Let's go, power couple. Look, now that ain't how to do it, because I be doing it wrong.
Now that is definitely a power couple.
Power couple.
Yes.
Let's go.
I
Congratulations on all of your success and everything y'all got going on.
Thank you.
How y'all feeling today?
Feeling good.
Yeah, we feel good.
Feeling good? Y'all ready for this conversation?
Let's get into it.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So, second chances, God's timing, and building a love that lasts. This episode explores Short and Sweet's journey of love over decades, how faith and timing played a role in bringing them back together, how they are now building their dream life as a married couple after spinning the block. Not one, not two,
Not three.
but four times. Four times.
So bad. Four times the charm.
Well, and I see the ring, so if 4 times work now. 4 times work. So y'all,
Your ring done been upgraded.
This is second ring.
let's we'll take it. So y'all, take us back. So how did y'all originally meet, and what first drew y'all to each other?
Funny story. When I met her, it was her and her best friend, and I actually talked to her best friend. They looked alike. So I got her best friend's number, and her best friend was in college, and I was supposed to meet up with her, but she ended up leaving to go to college, and I never saw her. So when she came back the next spring break, we was in the club. I saw them, but I went up to her and I was like, "Why you ain't call me big head?" And she was looking at her best friend like, and so she was like, "Well, I ain't never talked to her. Go ahead." So, and then she told me she was her best friend's name. So I was like calling her, and you know it was house phones back then. So I was calling her grandma's house, and they was like, "Oh no, such and such stay here."
Wow.
And she'll call me back and be like, "You know, my grandma old." So she finally told me her name, but it worked out the way it was supposed to work out. But she was 18 in high school and I was 20. I was a dancer, a stripper
Yeah.
in the club.
Yeah.
And she have no business.
Look,
in
in the club.
Wait a minute. Wait. Because we weren't in the strip club. Let me be clear. We were not in the strip club. We were not in the strip club.
But she was. She came
No,
to
not
see
that
me.
time.
Not that
we were
time.
we were in a regular club, and we seen her and like a group of her friends just walking around. So we think we the hottest on the block. So we see them walking through. We already cocky and conceited.
Right.
So she grabbed her, wanted to talk to her, whatever. They spilled. So it was I'm in my own zone. My friend goes off to college. We come back. And she pulling me, and I'm like, yo, what's up with her?
Who's this? Yeah.
So, here we are.
Shout out to the best friend though for saying, "Hey, I ain't told you." So but you kept up a good little roll going on.
You can't blow your cover. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know where it's gonna lead or if it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So I'm like, I'm my best friend. Like I'm gonna play that role. So she didn't know.
How long was it before you came clean and told her?
It was such a fast track because she told me in probably 2 weeks. And then
What was your reaction when she told you?
I was like, what? So I was just like, whatever. But I just loved her so much. So I was got her tatted on my neck.
Oh, wow.
We
Yeah,
agree.
what year was this? What was the first year?
2000.
Wow.
Yeah, 2000.
25 years ago.
Yeah.
Senior in high school.
25 years ago.
5 years ago, yep.
Oh my!
is
Come on,
amazing.
y'all might be the couple we had a 20 year.
Yeah.
We had a 25 years.
25
Same grace. Same grace.
So that's going to go into this next question. So you spent the block 4 times, right? So can you walk us through those chapters of your love story? Because I'm sure there's many.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm like the player of the year in high school, my senior year, right?
Okay.
So I'm already committed to go to Texas A&M on a full scholarship.
There you go.
Before I meet her, so basketball is my first love, right? So I got popularity just on the basketball end, and me and her talking. She goes to where you went, Virgin Islands.
Yes.
She went to Virgin Islands to do a party or whatever. She's working, and she leaves me her car. Now, there's she got an ex that's older than me and her, right? And the ex sets up her best friend to come at me. Now, I'm young. And listen.
Oh,
I'm
I'm trying to
popular.
see if you was gonna bite.
Right.
Take the bait.
Right, I'm 18, guys.
Yeah.
I'm 18. So, I bit the bait. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk. Okay, boom, she over there, whatever. So her ex calls her over there, and what did she say?
So I had just got her name tatted on my back. Now this is only 2 months in, so I got my neck, and I'm in Virgin Islands, and I got her basketball on my back. And I was just in love, and she called me to tell me, she was like, hey, Tocarra talked to such and such, and I'm like, she don't. And I called her, and she was like, yeah, and we just basically broke up. So I was heartbroken. I didn't want to work.
yeah.
I was like, I'm coming back to the States. And when I got back, she told me to meet her somewhere, and I went to go meet her somewhere, and she wasn't there. Her best friend was there, and she was like, "Shout, she really love you," but I'm like, yeah, I know. So we ended up getting back together after that, but I was heartbroken because I felt like I loved her. I just, like I said, in a matter of 2 months, I got her name tatted 2 times. So no, we ended up getting back together. And then she went off to school. And I had it in my head that I was going to find a strip club near Texas A&M and go watch basketball. Now, mind you, our worlds never collided. Because, I'm going to be honest, back then, Cara was thinking, like, I have this basketball career and she's a dancer. Like, how do you say, can't make a whore into a housewife? Not that I was a hoe, but it did make sense.
I get what you mean.
So,
Optics.
the optics. And, and I don't think she was really, like, out yet with her family. So, but in my head, I just had this life built with her. And then when she went off to school, it didn't work out like that. So I'm like, well, let me move on. And then I started dating someone else.
You gotta pause them right there. You can't just say, like, we agreed to move on.
We didn't agree to move on. I just decided that it wasn't a good idea for us to keep dating because she was into basketball. So the next young lady I was talking to, she came home for spring break and we hooked up. She told And I went off to the military.
I told.
And then we just kind
You
of
told
went
her new girl.
Right.
Yeah. No, she told her best friend who.
No, that's not true.
How it went?
That's not true. If I tell my best friend, that stayed right there. That's like talking to myself.
So I don't know how she found out, but she found out.
So what was the time frame between the first time y'all decided to go your separate ways and get back together? What was the time frame of that?
A year.
Yeah, maybe like a year.
A year.
Okay.
And then I went to the military and we remained friends. Like I always wanted the best for her. Like I felt like she just had so much potential. You know, I knew her dream was to go to the WNBA. And then when I went to the military, we stayed really close friends. Like we just always had this really great connection.
Right.
And I went to the military and I was like, okay, I have to leave this street lifestyle alone. So no more dancing. And then it was don't ask, don't tell. So in the military, it's kind of hard to be in a lesbian relationship. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should not live this lifestyle. And I ended up getting married.
Wow.
How did you feel? And how did stop right there? How did you
See
feel?
how you had to stop right there?
How did you feel? And how did you find out?
She actually told me. But I didn't like it because at the end of the day, I know the connection that we had. So, you know, even though she probably held that against me when I was 18, like I told her, you know, I use my head and not my heart. So that's brought that back together. But I also believe in if you love something, let it go. If it come back, you know.
There you go.
Yeah. And so how long did that marriage last?
So like 8 years. So I was in Washington State, California, and then I came to Jacksonville. And then we was on the outs and me and her was talking and it was like a bad situation. So she was like, you know, we cool. I'm gonna come up to Jacksonville. And then it just organically happened. Like we just end up getting back together. Now this time it was like 2008.
Yes.
It was 2008. I'm still in the military and it's still don't ask, don't tell.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so she was never a secret. I never like hid her. We was together. We was living together. But I still felt like I wasn't living in my truth. I wasn't confident in the relationship that I was in. But I also knew that I didn't want to hold her back because at that time I had small kids and I'm like, she was still going overseas to play basketball. But then she was like, oh no, I can't because I have you and the kids. And I didn't want her to put her life on hold for me. So I told her because I was still battling like, should I be doing this? Is it right? I'm still in the military. I don't want to lose my career. So we decided to go separate ways then. I don't know if it wasn't like a mutual thing, but I told her, I'm like, hey, maybe we can stay together, but maybe you go in your own room and I have my own room. But she was like, no.
You were just trying to make it work. So
I was like, we can be like really good friends.
How does that work? Right.
So she was like, no. So she ended up going to play overseas and again, me trying to fit this narrative that a societal norm fit a square peg in a round hole. I got married again, not to her.
So okay, so you got to tell them that I left.
She did. She left.
I
So
left.
she was gone, and then I
Overseas.
No,
just
period.
she moved back to South Florida.
She hit me with the line of you go in that room, I be in this room. I like, nah, that's it. Because, you know, prior to that, you know, I had talked to her about having my own kid. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a baby, you know, we gonna raise the baby. That's my logic. And, you know, she was just like, you know, what if you want the daddy to be in the baby's life? And I'm like, okay, me and you still raising the baby.
Right.
I mean, I don't see where you're going.
Right.
So, you know, even that, I brought that back up to her. I was like, you know, you probably been trying to tell me this for an entire year.
Yeah.
But I told you that I would just leave then. But you said, no, you still wanted to be whatever. But, you know, she was battling what she was battling with. And, yeah. So I left. And then
you got married again.
I married again.
How did you feel when you heard that news? That was the benediction.
She probably wanted to put me in the grave.
That was the benediction right there.
Listen, because I know, again, the connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I think you're just doing something just to do it.
It was. That time.
You're just doing something just to do it. But at the same time, you still like, well, come back. And at this point, I don't have the trust in what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't like it. I didn't like the person for her. I just didn't like it. It wasn't it. And again, I loved her enough for her to be happy.
Right.
But I just felt that mixture
Yeah.
wasn't it.
Yeah.
So did y'all still remain friends when
Yeah.
you moved back and you got married for the second time? Did
Nah,
y'all still?
she wasn't rocking with me.
No, we kind of, at this point, it was kind of like tension. And I said, you know, and everybody we've ever been with always had a problem with us.
Yeah, y'all
Because they like, that's still the person you love or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to be with her. I need to let her go. So I blocked her from everything.
How long?
Years.
Wow.
Let's say this happened in we were gonna give it 2011. I was still blocked in 2022.
So I blocked her for years, and I ended up unblocking her. And she asked me, because, you know, I do a full service custom apparel company. She asked me about a shirt. She inboxed me, and I was like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? You know, miss you." And then, and I was like, no, but this time I was like, my daughter has a game, so she was like, "Cool, I'm gonna come up to the game." Because I was going through Jacksonville anyway. And when she came to the game, she had a ring on her finger. And I was like, "You married?" I felt the type of way.
You was married?
She was married.
I was married.
Okay, hold on.
So I was
Cause we done been on short cases the whole time.
so I was mad. So I was heartbroken when I found out she was married. Like I felt like I literally broke up with her right then and there.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what do you?
You like,
mean
it's
you're
okay for me to
married?
do it, but you doing it?
Come on, somebody.
Problem in these streets.
Somebody come get me up off the floor.
Wow.
So tell us about your first marriage.
So I was married for what, I think 3 years, maybe? And 3 or 4. We actually didn't tell anyone. So
Okay. I got you.
didn't tell anyone that we was married because the goal was in 5 years we were gonna have a big wedding.
Okay.
Right. So she didn't want to tell anyone. So I'm like, cool. When you tell me this, like that's the play I'm running.
Right.
Until we come back and say, okay, we do this. We still on the same play,
Right.
You know,
Right.
So I think that caused a little friction between that marriage too, because I thought you said you didn't want to tell anybody, but now you want to tell everybody. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Everybody know what it was, but it was. I don't think it was a bad marriage, but again, when that something is missing and it don't fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I never thought
It was gonna be shout.
No, I didn't even think I was going to talk back to Shop like that because I was so like, she's with the foolery.
Yeah. So shout. How long did it take you?
So when I found out she was married, we went to dinner after that. We talked and we reminisced
After the game.
And I just didn't realize how much I missed her. But then I was still mad, so I ended up not talking to her no more for a year. I'm like, I don't talk to her.
Your line game is strong. Your line game is What's your social sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Your line game is strong. No, she a Taurus.
I'm a Cancer too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to talk to her. And then she messaged me. It was June 1st. And she said, hey, can you do this logo? And I said, yeah. And then I ended up telling her that, you know, we were just talking. I was telling her that, you know, I'm going through a divorce, about to sell the house. And then she was like, I'm going through a divorce. You know, she told me that she was going through a divorce. And then I was like, okay, this can't work because I don't want to be no rebound. You know, we've tried this. So we just going to be there for each other. Like, I'm like, do we need to put on black? Do we need to pull up? Like, she's like, do I need to do this?
Right.
Just as a friendship. But then we were talking one day and I was going to be in Atlanta and she was going to be in Atlanta. So we end up being in Atlanta at the same time. And she came to where I was and I gave her like this longest hug.
Oh.
And I told her, and then we ended up coming back to Atlanta. So that's funny, we're doing this podcast here. But we came back to Atlanta for a podcast and I told her, I said, not podcast, before an event. And I told her, I said, I just want to say that I'm sorry. Like 2010 or whatever, I should have never made that decision. And I feel like you got a trump card. So if you want it, you can have it. So, and she didn't say nothing. And I said, I'm not saying this for you to respond or make a decision. I just want to make my right wrong. I was wrong back in 2011. And I really think that I want to give it another try. I didn't give a full shot to us ever. Because I was in my own head. And she didn't respond. And I didn't expect her to. So
This was a face-to-face conversation?
yeah, it was face to face. So she didn't respond, and we kept showing up for each other. So she had to go to Texas A&M. She had to go to Houston. She was like, hey, do you want to go? And we was just showing up for each other, and we was just being there through our time in grief or whatever we was dealing with. And it just everything like fell into place this go round. So I'm like, I don't think any other time it would have been the best time than this time right now, because we had to grow to get to where we are today.
Yeah.
So what was the final year that y'all got together and made it official?
2022.
2022.
Because that was my next question. So I know you both thought that the last time was it. So what shifted this time around?
Growth, maturity, and I just think just faith. Just both having the faith, knowing who you are, where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, and
definitely for her, because she definitely wanted to like, is this right? Is this wrong?
Yeah.
So I think over time she got her answers.
Yeah.
And it's like so many people, like, it's like they were waiting on this. Like, everybody was like, we was waiting for this.
Like, supposed to be together.
Like, what? It took so long. And just the support and love that we've had since we've got back together. And like I said, everything, it just happens the way it should happen. And we didn't rush. We didn't say, hey, you get your divorce, I'm gonna get my divorce, we're gonna be together. It just wasn't planned. We just kept showing up as friends, as a support.
That's awesome.
And it just happened.
And that's where it starts, when you friends and you can build that bond and you can get through hella shit. Like, y'all done been through marriages, divorces together, like a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And y'all still standing strong. So that says a lot about y'all relationship, how solid it is.
Yeah.
So do y'all have children?
She has 3 children.
Okay. Awesome.
But they're my kids.
Absolutely.
And then we have a grandson.
Absolutely.
We have a grandson.
Oh, I can't wait. We got a grandbaby on the way.
Oh, congratulations. It's like the best thing ever.
Yeah, because you can sit there.
Yes. Yeah, we
We ain't
just
sending it back.
We not.
Exactly.
We not.
we just gave our grandbaby back to his mom. We had him since he was born. She had him young, so she went to the military, and she just got her own place and situated. So we like here.
She got stationed back in Jacksonville. So
That is amazing. I had separation anxiety. I'd be like, bring me my grandbaby.
Yeah, if she was going somewhere else, she could. She
She wouldn't be able to take it. Yeah, I know that's
So I
right.
cannot wait.
So what lessons do y'all feel like individually that y'all had to learn during y'all time apart in order for y'all to be now a solid union?
Oh, for me, patience and tolerance. Patience and tolerance for sure, because you have to give your person the space and the time to figure out what they need to figure out, and just being that supportive person. A lot of times we want things to happen because that's what we want, and it's not fair to your person. So I think definitely I learned patience and tolerance.
I like that.
Do you?
Look, we ain't got no nails, but we gonna make it do it.
I think just being confident in who you are. Staying true to yourself. I think in a lot of spaces I was in, it was worried about who said what and what to do. And I think just walking in my truth and just being an example and a testament to follow your heart. Like, you can't put God first and worry about what's going on in your own house and not what everybody else is doing or saying or anything like that. So
Yeah.
And I love the fact, Shaw, that you highlighted earlier that when she went to college, that you kind of felt like because of the path that you chose as far as your career at that time, as a but what they call it now on TikTok, they call it a midnight ballerina. So that's what they call it on TikTok.
I never heard that.
Midnight ballerina. So because you know that was your career, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people won't say, hey, I didn't think I deserved you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Things like that because of what it is that you do. But for you to acknowledge that, because there's a lot of people out there that feel like that.
Yes.
Like, they want to step to somebody and they want to be with somebody, but they always like, nah, she too good for me, or he's too good. You know what I'm saying? For you to highlight that I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I felt like I didn't fit into her world, and I felt I be joking with her, but I'm like, I was a secret. Like, you kept me in this box for so long, and I was just. Because I was young, her mom owned a store, and when I got my tattoo money, I used to go in there and be like, "Hi, can I purchase?"
Did she ever ask you?
She used to ask Tocarra, like, "Who is that girl keep coming in this store with that tattoo on her neck?" that? Like,
I don't know why
she
she
knew it
keep
was her
coming in
name?
there.
she knew it was her
Yeah.
name.
I don't know why she keep coming in the store like that. I'm like, y'all really?
So how long
That
did
is
it take
funny.
for you to fully come out to your family?
It wasn't that long after that. Even when I was with her the first time, it wasn't that long. It's just, people have to come into their
Yeah,
process
facts.
of
There you go.
understanding like, okay, it's a new norm.
Yeah.
And again, that's where that patience and tolerance comes in.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in the military, but it was kind of like don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
I didn't bring it around them. I just kind of went about my way and did my own thing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah.
but even just talking with her, like during those times, like her dancing didn't matter. It just probably would have mattered to everybody else because of optics. But to me, it didn't matter because I knew the person.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
times we judge a book by its cover. We all
Absolutely.
do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm like, you smart.
Yeah.
Everybody's opinion is like dancers are not. That's not necessarily true. She
Right,
just
right.
was doing it just because she wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just
That
did
was
it.
me too.
Yeah.
That was me too. I did it just
Yeah,
because I
my
wanted
wife
to
was
do it.
my wife was a midnight ballerina too.
Yeah.
I gotta use midnight ballerina.
Midnight ballerina
I like
for
that.
a long time. I
For a
started
long
when I
time.
was 18 and I didn't stop until I was like 25.
Yeah, that's
And I enjoyed it for a long time, But I understand where you're coming from when you say you didn't feel like you fit into her world, because I felt the same way, even though I was done with that lifestyle and everything when I got with my wife, but I still had that mentality. And so when I got with her, I felt like I didn't how do I fit into your world? It's so different from mine because I was born and raised in the streets.
right.
My wife was not. So I'm like, what? Like, what we doing? Because this is like night and day.
Yeah.
And it's still night and day though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she balances me out.
Yeah, she keep me on my toes though. She give me that little hood side. I mean, I grew up in the hood, but she a little hoodish. So she a good little balance of bougetto. So she give me my balance that we need. So we balance each other out. But yeah, I had to break her of that because she was like, I don't, feel like I fit in your world as far as being too good. I'm like, nobody's never too good for you. You don't ever downplay
Right.
yourself like that. You
Yeah.
deserve what you deserve. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. 100.
Yeah. So what role did faith and God's timing play in guiding you back to one another?
Oh, that's
Everything.
Everything.
yeah.
We made sure to put God first, and when we decided to make it work, we did a 30-day devotion.
And Proverbs.
And Proverbs.
Book of Proverbs.
We was up 5:00 every morning,
go.
praying, doing our devotion, and just incorporating that into our life. And everything is happening God's hand for us. So faith was top of the line for us. Putting God first was top of the line for us because we was like, okay, this time we got to get it right. Like it's the fourth go round. We know that we love each other. We know that we have the connection. So maybe God is what was missing. And for me, he was missing intentionally because I was still battling with was this the right
I
thing
got
to
you.
do?
I got you.
So walking with him together is
powerful.
different. Yeah,
It's
it's a
different.
totally different beast.
It hit different, y'all. It hit different. And to have that discipline, to have somebody by your side praying for you when sometimes you don't have the words to say, but you know somebody in your corner praying, that's a different type of intimacy that people do not understand.
And I can't say that I had that in any other relationship. No, it's either I'm always in because my family always just taught me about faith.
Right.
So it's either the other person is just in their own way and I'm not on my faith. So I think this time around, we both went all in. Like, if this is gonna work, it has to be this first.
That's
regardless of what.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's amazing. So y'all decided to elope and have a destination wedding with over 80 guests. Tell us how that experience was and what made you have the decision to elope and have a destination wedding.
It was phenomenal. I'm just
Yeah.
There's like a high that you
Can't come down from.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So we do date nights on Thursdays. So Thursdays
I
are
like
date night,
that.
and Shaw was just like, we need to just go ahead. We get married on this Thursday. That date is gonna fall next year on a Saturday. So we do our date night. Then we did that. We called our friends out with us, and we kind of told them, "Hey guys, guess what? We're married."
What
And like, what? Oh my God! Congratulations!
Yeah.
When? How? Why y'all didn't invite us? So
Well, let me back it up.
all right, go ahead.
Sweet was adamant about not proposing this time. She was like, I already
Yeah,
proposed. She was like,
Hold on, man.
My bad. I proposed in like 2008.
She proposed
And what
in
was your
2008.
response?
I said yes, but then remember I was battling
Go to
during that
the-
time.
Bro, she told me go to the-
You left out the part about you proposing.
Yeah, my bad. I'm
So
sorry.
yeah, so she proposed.
Wow.
So we were engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And then you told her to go to the other room.
Thank you.
I mean, we had to work it out.
Oh shit.
So we had to work it out.
Because they left her being engaged.
She left that out.
Sorry,
I left it out too much.
we got engaged. And we got engaged in Atlanta.
Oh,
So we came up here doing flowers. Yeah, I don't know why we was always doing it. But no, we got engaged here. She did engage. So this time she was like, she's not. So we knew we wanted to get married. She said from the beginning, I want to intentionally date you. And she did. So we have date night every Thursday. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a place. It could be just us watching TV, just making dinner together, whatever we decide to do.
Y'all make dinner together.
No.
Some
Nah, just kidding.
I was looking at you like, don't get me in trouble. I was looking at you like, don't get me in trouble. Because she waiting for you to say yes.
Yes.
So she can look my way.
Clock that.
We don't make dinner together.
I'm a cooker.
Listen, it's hard in the kitchen with two people. Listen, I'm just saying.
I stay in my lane.
There you don't. There you go. When you know, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
So I saw September 14th. Sunday is actually our anniversary. So September 14th fell on a Thursday. So I'm like, what you think about September 14th? It's a Thursday. And the next year it fell on a Saturday because we knew we wanted to have a destination wedding. So we got married on that Thursday. We didn't tell anybody. We just went and did it.
That's how you do it.
But we told them afterwards. And so we wanted to go to Mexico, and we told them that we were having a destination wedding in Mexico. The world wanted to come, and we were like, listen, no. So we ended up having a white party in Hollywood. We had over like 200 guests there.
Wow.
Like 2 months before Mexico. So we had the white party, and then we went to Mexico, and we had over 80 guests. It was people's first time passport out of the country.
Wow.
They just wanted to celebrate us.
That's amazing.
That is.
That says a lot about y'all,
Yeah,
a
and
lot
your
about your love,
friends.
your support system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Y'all are blessed.
Yeah.
to have that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Y'all are very
that's
blessed.
definitely a blessing.
Yeah.
Because
You don't get that too often.
they was like, we can't even get people to come down the street. How did you get 80 people to come to Mexico?
There you go.
And even at our white party, she wanted 50 guests. And I'm like, Shaw, I got 50 family members I can name off the top of my head.
That's me.
That's not going to work.
Yeah.
So that turned into, and then my mom was like, we're not doing that. So it turned into this big thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, even going to Mexico, she like, I only want 30 people. I'm like, 30 people? This just ain't gonna work. Like, people really rock with us. You know what I mean? It's,
Let me celebrate y'all.
Yeah, I wanted it intimate though, but I'm glad that we opened it up for people to come.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love
Yeah.
to hear that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That says a lot about y'all love and y'all relationship. When
Yeah.
your family and friends support you like that. That's dope.
They threatened us too.
Well,
I bet.
no, they say y'all better not let
They
them
was
know
like,
shit.
there it is. We done went to this white party. We done went to Mexico. So I don't care what y'all going through. You better work it out.
So after all of these years that y'all have been off and on, how do y'all handle like different conflicts in your relationship? Because a lot of people don't know how to, even after you've been together for so long, you still don't know how to handle conflict. Like, how do y'all handle your conflict in your relationship?
She's the level-headed person.
Okay.
And she can always bring me back to center because I'm stubborn. I am. I'm very stubborn.
You a Taurus?
No, I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't. 0 for 2. 0 for 2.
Yeah, I'm a Capricorn. So, you know, and I'm kind of spoiled. I want things my way. I want it. But, you know, I don't know what she has going on in her brain, but she makes something click in mine. And I think she be using like reverse psychology and all these little. Yeah, she brings me back to center.
I
though.
feel that. I think my wife do the same thing to me.
You know what I mean?
But you gotta have that one. You gotta have that one.
Level-headedness.
I'm that level-headed person because if it ain't gonna work out, if we go both going 0 to 100,
Right.
somebody got to be level-headed.
Yeah.
And I think we don't yell at each other. We don't curse at each other. We're definitely
Yeah.
respectful.
Yeah.
And I like to create boundaries and space. So like if you're not feeling our conversation, take your space, but at least tell me when you're ready to come back.
There you
So
go.
do you need an hour? Do you need need a day. Because at the end of the day, like me and Cara, we own a shop, we work together, we do everything together. So when I'm not talking to her, I be mad because it be something I want to show her, like a TikTok, like. And then I'm like, dang, I ain't talking to her, so I can't show her. So I'm like, okay, like, are you done? And I'll say something funny, like, is the space up? Like, can I come? Like, is the wall down? And she like, shout, go. You know, because I feel like the goal is to continue to be together.
Yes.
And I think that, you know, we're not arguing to break up. I'm not wondering, is this it? Are we going to break up?
Yeah.
It's never that thought. It's just, okay, babe, take your space, but.
Yeah, and that's it right there. Yeah. I think some people feel like because you're arguing, they mean or they think that it's the end, and it's not the end. It's an argument or a conversation or a debate. Like we talking about it. Let's move past it. And I feel like that's the reason why a lot of young people, when they go through spats in their relationship, they just keep breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. Like, why? We don't need to do that.
Because society normalizes on to the next.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I can, what you want to do, the next one will. Like, they normalize that. Like, there's no longevity like what we grew up on with our mamas, our grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you was blessed to be raised in the 80s or above, then you got some type of stick to it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Nope, I love that.
Yeah. So after marriage, y'all quickly moved into your dream home, bought your dream cars. How do you feel God aligned these blessings in your life?
Man, listen, from just us sitting, talking about it, like, this is what we want. We basically did a vision board. Yeah. We said, these are the things we want to do. We looked back at the vision board, and everything really happened.
Checked it out.
In that order.
And we were definitely intentional about it.
I love that.
Like, you have to rely on God to give it to you. Because there's going to be these times where you get into these tight little spots and you have nobody else but your person and God.
And your faith.
And you lean on God and He going to make it right.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe we did a vision board too. We do one every year, but I feel like the very first vision board we ever did, it really took us to the next level where we needed to get to, because we, like you said, we were very intentional about that vision board. We was like, we're going to do this. And throughout the year, we checked off everything on that board. So when the next year rolled around and we had a vision board, I was like, it's nothing really left on this board to do, but let's keep putting it on here.
Right. Yeah.
So we can keep manifesting these things and these ideas. And I'm like, every year I look forward to those vision boards, because I feel like that is something that's very important in relationships that you should do together. Period.
I'm glad you brought that up, baby, because I think the reason why the first one was so great for us and we achieved everything is because it was something that just her and I did together.
Yeah.
Everything after that has been vision board parties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when we with a group of people and everybody working on a vision board. But I feel like when it was intimate with just her and I there brainstorming, I think that's why we...
And because of the point in our life that we were in when we did that vision board. Because a lot of people don't know our story. We tell our story, but they don't really know our story and how we started and how we began and what our life was like back then. Okay. Like, we literally was in a 1-bedroom apartment, like, thugging it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we climbed our way to where we are today. And I'm just like, if people knew where we came from, like, you really have to be able to, like, stick with it with somebody and know what it is that you want. And I think that is just so dope how y'all been together. Yes. Even though it's been off and on for 25 years, but you knew that this was your person. Yeah. Out of everything, even your marriages, your marriage, like, you still knew that this was your person. Right. So the fact that y'all ended up together, I think that's just like, that's a blessing. Yeah. That really is. Yeah. And I'm so happy for y'all.
Thank you.
You know, God gives you confirmation through people. So I think even the people that we were with always mentioned the other person. Yeah. Rather, and like, just out of nowhere, because I will bet my life on this that we were faithful and all in with those people. Yeah. But we couldn't see what they saw. Yeah.
They knew it.
Yeah,
they know it.
Yeah. And sometimes your friends and your family can see stuff you can't see. Right. Because you're not focused on that and you missing the small details. Yeah. But sometimes your friends and family, they'll give you that. You know, I'm not saying all the time. Right. But sometimes they do. Yeah. They give you what you need when you can't see.
Yeah.
So now that y'all build a solid foundation together, what are you two most excited about in this chapter?
What's next? Just having fun and just making experiences with each other in this chapter. I'm a big dreamer and believer because I'm from Hollywood, Florida. And I wanted to go to the WNBA. I actually made it. So I know that your dream could truly come true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when we make these goals, it's like, why are we playing it short? Like, why are we selling ourselves short?
Right.
So I'm looking for big things from us.
And I think also just taking it one day at a time, like enjoying the moment. Like this is literally where it's just me and her. Like my daughter has her baby now, and it's just us in the house. And at first I was like, this is weird. Like, babe, turn the music off. Like, cut the TV up. Like, there's nobody here. And then she was like, what, you don't like me? Like, it's just,
That's how it be when you got kids. I be worried that when our daughter leaves, our youngest baby, our last one, when she leaves, we gonna be looking at each other like, do I know you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we do. And now I enjoy it. And so now when you leave, the stuff is still there. Your food is still there. Your house is still clean. It's just me and her. We can walk around naked and do all the things. So I absolutely love, it's just, we can get up and go when we want to. Like we can come to Atlanta and go on a podcast without having to find a babysitter.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
So what advice would you all give to anybody who's been contemplating on spending a block with somebody from their past? Because you get a lot of mixed emotions or mixed views when it comes to spending a block, but y'all have a great success story, 25 years worth of success story of spending a block and some major stuff like being married, being divorced, moving away, going to the WNBA, going to college, going to the military. You know what I mean? So what advice would you wholeheartedly give to somebody who's been considering spending a block but just nervous because they like, I've been there, done that, I know what to expect, I don't want to go back, but what would you say?
And before you answer that, second part to the question, struggling with the timing and the patience of reconciliation.
I say follow your heart, because I felt like when I literally told her that day that I felt like I didn't give her all of me. So I had to like self-evaluate me in the relationships before. Did I give all of myself? Did I follow my heart? And I felt like I didn't give her all of me, not one time. And so I feel like follow your heart and be all in. I wasn't all in. So now I'm all in. And so I feel like she could have not took a chance. She could have told me no. She could have been like, Shaw, you like to go get married and do things. So no, but I'm glad that she followed her heart. And because she knew I was always the one.
But
Clock that. We say clock that, clock that.
But definitely continue to just follow your heart and self-evaluate to kind of see. No, don't look at what she did wrong, but look at what you did wrong. Look at what you could have done better and how you showed up in a relationship. And I just don't think that I showed up for her the way she showed up for me. She has uprooted her life. This is now the second time to come to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Wow.
And people probably thought like you crazy.
This time they thought she's crazy. Her best friend, the same best friend for 25 years ago, she was like, "Nah, Shaw, you got to come talk to me. Like
For
you
my
need
homie
my
come.
approval.
Yeah.
Like what's going on?
Like I gotta sign this permission slip.
Like, what's going on?" So
I think for me it would be, don't be afraid to take a risk. Don't be afraid to take a chance on love. If that's what you really want and that's the person that you really want, regardless of what they got going on, don't be afraid to put yourself out there and really take a chance on love, because God is love. And whatever it's going to be, like you said, it's in his timing. And he's always going to bring it back. But you have to make sure you do the things for him to bring it back.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's great. Great advice.
it is.
Great advice.
So speaking of God's timing, how do you see your love story inspiring others who may be waiting on God's timing?
Patience in God, man. Patience and I know that's hard. I know that's hard because, again, we're so focused on what we want. Scripture tells us, lean not to your own understanding.
There you go.
You just have to show up every single day and trust that God is going to bring you what you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
When you are supposed to have it.
That's
because
true.
there may be things that you need to grow up on.
yeah.
And mature about.
And I think also, when people see us maybe on the internet or maybe in person, like we're the same. Like we're like attached at the hip. So people be like, "Y'all don't get tired of each other." I don't know, not at all. Like she's my friend, my homie. Like I want to tell her everything. Like we like each other for real. I tell you, like we really like each other. Like all the time. And it's crazy that because I don't think I've ever been in a space where I wanted to be around somebody 24/7. We could be together all day. I leave, I'm gonna call her like
right away.
Hey, what you doing? You know what I'm doing?
I'm back on the driveway. You still on the couch?
Yeah, like you know what I'm doing. So it just feels good to be married to your best friend. Like it just feels good. We don't need anybody else. We don't need anybody to entertain us. Like we entertain each other. It's just us against the world. Like if we go somewhere and it's just us, we find comfort in each other.
Yeah.
I love that. So yes, because we the same way. So it feel good and refreshing to hear it because we thought like, baby, are we a little weird? Because I'd rather hang out with you than all my friends. Like, let's go places. So we thought it was a little weird.
And we say that all the time too. Like you have to genuinely like your person for you to want to do life with them. And we say that all the time because we know people that do not like each other.
Right.
And together, I'm like, well, what in the world? What we doing? Like, let's do something else. 'Cause
Absolutely.
That ain't it.
Right there. So tell the people what y'all got coming up and tell the people where they can find you on social media platforms.
Go ahead, Miss Social Media Guru.
For us, you can go first.
All right, so I'm getting my broker's license and I'm going to get my general contractor's license. So Shaw is not in real estate, but she's in real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I tell her all about my deals. So at this point, she probably know how to navigate it.
I know that
without me.
Yeah.
So we're definitely gonna build us a real estate empire. I have a community that I'm building called Pay Attention to Your Shit, which is SHIYT.
Okay.
Stuff hidden in your trenches. And that's a part of healing, transformation, because we carry so much, we don't want anybody to know what we're going through. So we just basically showing up without really showing up.
Right.
But that's in your trenches. You gotta come clean with that. So bring your shit, talk your shit,
we're gonna
start some new shit.
There you go. I love that. I love that.
And as for me, we also own a customer apparel business. I've been in business for 9 years. So Cara has ingrained herself into the business. So we do all things print on demand, and I help other business owners do the same thing to help level up their clientele so they can get more money, more customers. And you can find us on all platforms, Shaw and Sweet, separately. But she's the point guard of real estate.
Yeah, I'm the point guard of real estate on all my other social medias.
Okay, we're gonna need your services because we need some more than the clay shirts.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Yes. Well, it was such a pleasure. Y'all made our day.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank y'all for traveling to Atlanta to be on the Mold and Play podcast. Thank y'all for sharing y'all story. Thank y'all for being real.
Appreciate you.
Y'all such a beautiful couple. Y'all look good.
Thank you.
Y'all said shit. We better look
you
good,
can see the
goddamn.
happiness in your you can see it.
Everybody says that.
You can see it.
I'm glad we have that.
Yes, the energy is there.
You see it.
So it's real. It's authentic.
Yeah.
If spin the block look like this, I suggest everybody goddamn spin a block. You spin a block. You spin a block.
Everybody spin block.
All right, y'all. That's our time. We appreciate y'all tuning in to the Mold and Play podcast. I've been fucking the podcast. Mold and Clay podcast. We appreciate y'all tuning in, y'all. Y'all know our motto: keep God in love in everything you do, and He'll elevate your path like no other. Until next time, y'all. We out.
Gotta mold this clay. Let go. Can't fake. No. Gotta mold this clay. Let go. Wiggle, what I saw. What you see? As I win, not a draw. As a lead in the family.